If you're not a master UFO, unfortunately, you're not open. So the clock's not ticking. Is that fair? Come on, give me a break. Is that fair? Is it fair? Do you agree that you're not open? Hey, it's not my fault. The business is not bad. You're not bad. You're just not open for whatever reason. It's your, I don't have control over that. You got control over it. But you're not open. That's the fact. Okay. Now, when you are open, how many weeks? Now, you know how you can go back in your calendar? I had this terrible experience in my life where I got audited for New York taxes for being a resident. And I had to prove every single day that I was not in New York. You know how hard that is to do 3 years later? Prove. So the reason I bring that up is if you go back in your calendar, you can kind of remember what was happening that month if you look at what's going on. If you had to document it, it would be really hard, like I had to do. And then when you have that type of experience, you measure things and you document them as you go. I just never knew that you had to do that. But at any rate, and you didn't know that you had to do it for the business, did you? So there's a similarity. But now, you're going to go back, and the best you can, recall what was going on then. Now, you know what way it was. Did you read your goal statement every day? No? Okay, well, at least once a week. Or did you even have a goal statement? No. Well, right there. That's why you're failing. You have no map. What do you think? It's just going to happen? Come on, guys, listen to me. It's not just going to happen. Everybody I worked with had a goal statement, what had to be done each month, each week and day. They knew exactly how they were going to get to the next pin level. And I held them accountable. Is that happening with you? Not open. Are you getting this? Let's go a little further. 2 a week. You don't even need to get to the 2 names a day possibilities. You still got 80 people on the list of 100 that you haven't even asked to evaluate it. What's holding you back from that? You already know them. All you got to do is call them. What about that? How about a year ago? So you go back and you know the periods. And there's no pain in this. There's no downside. There's no punishment. There's only an upside. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you guys understand this? Are you listening to me? Or did you shut me off already? You didn't raise your hand. I'll stop. Think about this. Think about it. You come up with the estimate of how many weeks you actually really did the business over the last 3 years, or 6 years, or 10 years. And if you did it for 10 years and haven't done more than 6 months or a year in the last 10, hallelujah, the business works really well. You get it? But don't blame it on the business for it not growing beyond that. You ain't been open. It's okay. That was the deal. I understand. But don't make yourself look bad. You're not doing what you used to do. I want to get back in there. I had so much fun, guys. Andy, we had so much fun. We got old pictures of us at these meetings now, the crazy things we did. And we made it happen. I want to go back and do it again because it was so much fun. Just for fun. I don't need the money. This is not about money to me. This is about a cause. It's about changing the world. I don't need to do it anymore. I'm crazy. I'm from outer space. I'm bringing it home to earth. I'm going to do it one more time. I want you to do it with me, but you got to be open. So look, take a look. Set that clock back. I want you to commit to me to do this. Fill out the form so I can personally look at you and go back and audit yourself. How many months in that 2 years, that 1 year, that 3 years, that 6 years Can you honestly say, if you were being audited, that I can prove this if I had to? And this is how much time I put in. And I got distracted. My wife had breast cancer. Then we had a kid. Man, then I lost my job. Okay, that's legitimate. You win. But don't judge the business by that. And don't judge your performance by that. Because it's not fair. And it's not right. And you're damaging your belief. You understand that? Turn that clock back. I want to know what your clock really is. And you need to know it. It's so important that you need to know it. That you're not doing that bad. And tomorrow is the first day of the rest of your life. And you can open that business back up and do it the way we did in the beginning and be a star. Yeah, you were in 6 years ago. You only put a year in. Since then, it's only been 3 months. You're only a professional coordinator. Well, what about going director this year with me and you doing it this way? What about it? It starts as soon as you set the clock back. You can't do that, though, if you don't set the clock back. And if you don't send me that form, what are you hiding? It doesn't matter what it says. It's like God, it's like Jesus. They forgive you for everything. I forgive you for everything. But if we're going to be born again in this business and live it and succeed and make money, we have to confess in order to get redemption and to start again. Do you understand that? Don't get hung up on the religious context. It's about belief. It's about reality. It's about solutions. And I'm giving them to you. And you can do it. You can do it. But I want that clock to be back at 3 months. You're just starting. You haven't been in for 3 years and failed. Is that a deal? Is that a deal? Is that a deal? Is that a deal? Yeah.